let's talk about these shiny weapons, boys. Which UWU weapon is your favorite? Listen, I know some of you might be saying, UWU's so easy now, the weapons mean nothing. Shut your damn mouth. Yes, UWU might be on the easy side now compared to the other ultimates, but I'll fight a bitch who thinks these weapons don't hold up. In a sea of gold and yellow, the UWU weapons stand out for that nice blue. And the Gae Bolg Ultima is actually the reason why I started doing these fights in the first place, so a little bit of a bias, I'll be honest. So, I'm here today to decide the best and worst UWU weapons. Remember, my opinion is the literal truest and realist, so I will not be taking any criticism, but you can leave your favorites in the comments if you want. Alright, let's get going. Let's take it from the top. Thyrus Ultima, the Paladin weapon. If you didn't already know, almost all of the UWU weapon models are taken from the A Realm Reborn relics, and to be honest, that's a pretty sexy base set of models in the first place. I'm gonna keep it real with you here. I think this is an S tier weapon right off the bat. If you're talking Paladin, you're talking light and bright and holy and shiny, and these weapons hit all of that, brother. The sword on its own is probably a low A, maybe a high B, but that shield, the way the glyphs expand from it, oh, it's genuinely one of my favorite aspects of any Ultimate weapon. S tier. We're giving Cortana an S tier. Alright, Bravura Ultima, the warrior weapon. I'm gonna need you to sit down, take a seat for this one. Take a deep breath. Are you ready? Now, I understand that this axe has sentimental value for a lot of people, being the same as Ardbert's axe and all that jazz, but man, it's too damn small. I want my axes to be large. I want them to represent man mode. This little thing looks like it's made for one thing, and that's chopping down trees in RuneScape. I'd put this thing in F tier, but again, the sparklies and the glyphs do be kinda looking clean, so I'll keep it up there a little bit. D tier. Deathbringer Ultima, the Dark Knight weapon. Look at my character. Look at him. I have the most beautiful male aura in existence. Something Clementines. He's edgy, right? Edginess is my passion. I live for the edge. I'm not ashamed of this. And Deathbringer is the edgy Dark Knight weapon. Fucking spikes and thorns and more spikes and an eyeball in the middle and goddamn. I truly think Deathbringer Ultima is one of those weapons on your back that just pops off so hard when sheathed, and you'll notice it from a mile away. You will exude power, raw power. I just feel like when I see a Dark Knight with a Deathbringer Ultima, I know that they're gonna whip some ass. Whether that's true or not, I don't know. But we're giving this bad boy an S tier. Honestly, tank weapons are kinda OP, I'll be honest. They're all really good for the most part. Sadly, we don't have a gunblade to review, so here's my once per video plea to Yoshi P. Listen, I don't ask for much. I still log into the game to just stand around and do nothing like 90% of the time, okay? At the very least, give the new classes weapons for old ultimates, please. Please. Okay. Now on to the melee weapons. Gae Bolg Ultima. The intro might have been a bit of a spoiler already, but you guessed it, Gae Bolg Ultima is probably my favorite UWU weapon. Hell, honestly, might be my favorite Dragoon weapon in the whole game. Dragoon was the class I started with, and I remember as a young sprout wandering through Eorzea seeing someone with the Gae Bolg Ultima. The person that I was playing with at the time had more experience, and they told me, "Look away, child, for ye are not destined to equip such majesty, perhaps in another time, another place. Do not be tempted by a prize that lay so far, far from thine grasp." But I knew then, I knew that someday I had to do these ultimates. I had to be the guy that Sprouts saw and were like, holy shit, where do I get that? I need it. And so I did. I still remember getting my first UWU clear, and honestly, it was waking up the next day, seeing my character with the weapon on the login screen. I just got goosebumps, just straight goosebumps. Probably my favorite moment I've ever had in this game. Anyway, SS tier. Now, Monk is one of the melee classes that I just have no clue how to play, I'll be honest. So, by default, the Monk weapons aren't gonna have as much meaning to me. But all things considered, I think these weapons are pretty cool. Monk weapons in general are really, really hit or miss, in my opinion. With some of them just being too damn bulky and others just not feeling exciting. But I think these sit comfortably in the middle. I really don't have much else to say about these. It's a solid B tier. Amakura Ultima. Now this weapon has caused a divide in my friends and loved ones like I've never seen before. Just like the blade of the sword, opinions are split. On one side, you literally have everyone else saying that the sword sucks because the blade is split in half. On the other, me, standing alone against the world, thinking the blade is rad as hell. I'm risking relationships by speaking my truth here, but I won't back down. Now, I will admit the sheath is ugly as hell and just looks like a lumpy mess, but when every katana in the game is just this standard straight blade, this thing actually stands out for me. I'm putting it in an A tier and I will die on this hill. Yoshimitsu Ultima. Last but not least for the melee weapons is our stabby ninja boys. While initially they didn't stand out too much for me, after I got them I did find myself really falling in love with them. The sleek blades look great when unsheathed, and while I do prefer chunkier daggers, these definitely fit the aesthetics of a ninja better overall. Because of the base model, they do lose a few points because when all is said and done, they're pretty basic, but I understand that for others that sleek and clean design might raise them up higher. Still, that's a solid B tier for me. The Artemis Bow Ultima. Now, we're onto the ranged weapons, and boy, do I think most of these pop off. The Artemis Bow, when unsheathed, is actually dazzling. It really does encompass the best aesthetics of a bard. And while I wish there was an archer class that wasn't based around music in general, I think this bow works extremely well to show that bard can still be cool. Because of the ultimate weapon effect, the fact that it's a harp bow isn't too overpowering, so the way it unfolds from its sheath state is super satisfying to me. Maybe I'm alone in this, but I'm also a huge fan of quivers when it comes to my bows, so the fact that the quiver also looks nice is an extra bonus. Shame that I fucking hate playing bard too many timers that my smooth brain can't keep track of. It's an A tier weapon. Ferdinand Ultima. Now, let's see. Machinist is my favourite of the fizz range jobs, but truthfully, it's more for the gameplay than it is the guns. I do think some of them are really cool, but sadly, this isn't one of them. It's so chunky, to the point where it almost feels undefined in a sense. I don't want to talk about the other Ultima weapons too much in this video, but I feel like there are some others that handle their guns better, even if they are chunky. Also, who decided that the little lunchbox that machinists have never get any kind of changes with different guns? Why can't my little Pokemon card collection get to be shiny and sparkly too? I think it's a shame. Ferdinand is a C tier. Stardust Rod Ultima. I am not a Black Mage player. I can't do it, man. How are you casting all those spells? What are your secrets, Black Mages? Fire, ice? I can't. Anyway, Stardust is a clean rod. Just a rod I want to hold in my hands. Just a great rod. The Stardust Rod is genuinely a fantastic weapon, and I've kept it as my Black Mage glam ever since I got it. I don't really know what I'm looking down at when I see the thing on top, but it reminds me of like a meteor crashing down, and like, that's just dope. Easy A tier, let's go. The Veil of UWU Ultima. Listen here, to all of the haters who think books are lame, I just want you to know that I don't know how to read anyway, so none of your negative comments are going to affect me. Real talk though, I always find myself loving summoner books for some reason. They're usually just a vibe. This one though, if I'm being honest, just doesn't pop off as much as some of the others. Still a great glam if you're looking for just a sparkly book, but definitely not the most exciting of all the UWU weapons. Also, one of my friends once said that it's got a butt plug attached to it, and now I can never stop thinking about it when I see it. I'm giving this book a high C. Needle Ultima. Stick 'em with the pointy end, boys. Red Mage weapons are rad, and I don't think I need to go into too much detail with this one. Clean on the hip, clean on the fly, it's just a solid pickup all around. This one is just pretty elegant, honestly. The effects around the focus especially feel pretty nice. I'd say this is the perfect middle of the line B tier right here. Like, the actual midpoint of all the weapons is this Red Mage weapon. B tier. On to the healer weapons. Thyrus Ultima. I love this goddamn white mage staff, bro. It's got the biblically accurate angel wings and everything. When I think of white mages, this is the type of staff I want to be holding, you know? My one minor gripe with this weapon is, why on earth does my Warrior of Light hold it like this, with the wings to the side? Bro, show the people the wings. I know some people are fond of the sleek, low detailed rods and don't want a big old mess sitting on top, but I love it. I genuinely do. The hardest content I've ever healed anyway is like an Endwalker normal trial. So basically I'm a professional and I love proving that with this staff. B tier. Omnilex Ultima. Who let my man cook? Come on, this can't be it. I have a love-hate relationship with Scholar. I love being fast as fuck boy with expedience, and I always love having a Scholar in my raids, but I also don't really vibe with the Fairyvore aspect, you know? Anyway, this isn't about Scholar. This book is just undercooked. Like I showed with Summoner, I'm not just a book hater. I can enjoy a good old page flipper, but this one genuinely just feels like it lacks everything. The sparkles need to be like doubled, tripled. This thing is just a sin. D tier, absolute shambles. Atlas Ultima. And finally, the next season of Yu-Gi-Oh! I love this thing. It exudes Blue Eyes White Dragon energy. It's just serving Kaiba Corp. The spinning glyphs, the shining cards, it makes my ADHD brain happy like a fidget spinner. What else do I need to say? It's lit. A tier. And we've come to the end of the list. That's all of them, boys. Be sure to angrily let me know which of my opinions do you want to see me burn in the 6th circle of hell eternally for down below. See y'all next time.